Marcus Aurelius asserts that if you are upset about something outside of yourself, the cause of your suffering is your perception of it, which you are free to change at any time. Rather than the events themselves, what distresses us are our perceptions and judgments of external occurrences. Marcus Aurelius serves as a reminder that we are in charge of how we think and perceive the world. Understanding that our suffering is frequently caused by our own opinions, we have the power to alter our viewpoint and put an end to our suffering. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll delve deeply into some really potent ideas that have the potential to improve our lives. I'm excited to delve into the rich teachings of Stoicism and impart 7 Stoic principles to you, which will enable you to let go of things that no longer serve you. Are you prepared to discover ultimate serenity and learn how to live indifferently? Now let's get going. First rule of thumb: concentrate on what you can manage. Focusing on what we can control is the cornerstone of the Stoic philosophy. According to Marcus Aurelius, the things beyond our control should not preoccupy our minds, as this will only lead to anxiety. Distress. By directing our attention towards the things we have power over, we can approach life's challenges with a calm, rational mindset. This does not mean that we should simply ignore or neglect the things we cannot control. Rather, we should accept them for what they are and let go of any negative emotions associated with them. With practice, this mindset can lead to a sense of inner peace and contentment regardless of the external circumstances. As such, the first Stoic principle is a guiding force for anyone seeking to live a fulfilling and virtuous life. One of the main aspects of the Stoic philosophy is the notion of personal responsibility. Stoics believe that each individual has the ability to shape their own actions and reactions to the world around them. While external events may be beyond our control, our attitudes and responses are within our power. This means that even in the face of challenging situations or setbacks, we have the choice to respond in a way that aligns with our values and principles. Furthermore, the Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating resilience and developing inner strength. They contend that by concentrating on our own abilities, we may establish a strong basis for mental and emotional health. Nevertheless, this inner fortitude enables us to handle life's ups and downs with poise and dignity, as opposed to being overtaken by outside events. To fully adopt the Stoic philosophy, self-reflection and self-awareness practices are necessary. We can spot places where we could be clinging to attachments or attempting to exert control over things that are out of our reach by taking a close look at our beliefs, values, and desires. We can progressively let go of these attachments and experience a sense of liberty and freedom via this self-examination process. In the end, the Stoic school of thought provides a useful guide for leading a happy and moral life. It teaches us to accept the things that are out of our control, concentrate on the things we can control, and become resilient in the face of difficulty. We can develop a sense of inner calm, contentment, and personal development by living according to these ideals. Thus, let's accept the Stoics' teachings and make an effort to live authentically. Consider it. How often do we squander precious energy worrying about things that are out of our control? It's time to end that pattern and adopt a more focused way of living. Remember Marcus Aurelius' insightful remarks the next time you find yourself engulfed in worry or concern, and ask yourself, is this within me? Give up on what is unimportant and focus all of your efforts on what really counts. The second principle is to accept impermanence. As we go to the second principle, we explore the profound ideas of Epicurus, the Stoic philosopher. His teachings state that life is an erratic journey with ups and downs. Epicurus thinks we can break free from the bonds of attachment if we acknowledge the ephemeral nature of life. By learning to let go of our attachments and wants that bring us misery, we can find comfort in the fact that life is constantly changing. We can live more fully in the present and appreciate each experience of life with gratitude and balance if we accept impermanence. In this way, regardless of the difficulties we may encounter in life, we can develop an inner sense of joy and tranquility. Epicurus suggests that acknowledging the inescapability of change in all facets of life, From the intricate workings of nature's cycles to the ebbing and flowing of interpersonal relationships, is a vital component of embracing impermanence. Rather than opposing this organic flow, everything is always changing. The Stoic school of thought advises us to accept it, realizing that resisting the flow would only cause us to become frustrated and unhappy. We may cultivate an adaptive and resilient mindset by realizing that nothing in life is permanent. We learn to cherish and enjoy the current moment, realizing that it is ephemeral, rather than tenaciously holding on to what we have. By changing our perspective from the outside world to our internal state of being, this viewpoint helps us discover fulfillment and contentment within of ourselves. Epicus also reminds us that pursuing happiness shouldn't be dependent on other people or things. We are urged to develop an inner sense of peace and self-reliance, rather than putting our emotional health in the hands of external factors like other people's ideas and actions. This entails growing in self-awareness, comprehending our objectives and values, and coordinating our behaviors with our beliefs. Accepting the idea of impermanence gives us the insight to handle life's ups and downs with grace and fortitude. Instead of clinging to the idea of permanence, we now appreciate the beauty that comes with growth and change. We are able to discover happiness and serenity even in the face of adversity by making this significant perspective change. Realizing that everything is always changing, let's embrace impermanence and set out on a path to inner calm and self-discovery. Letting go of attachments enables us to really enjoy each moment and find contentment in the here and now, not that it means we stop caring or trying to be the best. Recall, my friends, that the only thing that is constant in life is change. Learn to embrace it, and you'll discover a whole new level of freedom. Principle number 3. The power of perspective. Seneca's wisdom on resilience and positive thinking teaches us to view obstacles as opportunities that can help us grow and improve. When we approach challenges with a growth mindset, we develop a resilience that allows us to not only overcome the challenges, but also emerge as stronger versions of ourselves. By applying Seneca's philosophy to our daily lives, we can learn to persevere through difficult circumstances and come out on the other side with a renewed sense of hope and determination. The key to applying Seneca's teachings is to develop a positive outlook and embrace the challenges that come our way. Seneca believed that every obstacle we face is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that by persisting through hardship, we can cultivate an inner strength that will help us in all aspects of our lives. Whether we are facing personal or professional challenges, we can use Seneca's wisdom to navigate through them with grace and resilience. Ultimately, Seneca's philosophy is a powerful reminder that we have the power to shape our own lives. Let's accept Seneca's teachings and work to improve ourselves in the face of any challenge that comes our way when faced with adversity. By developing a positive mindset and embracing challenges with a growth mindset, we can overcome adversity and thrive in every aspect of our lives. Step back and consider the matter from an alternative perspective. Is there a benefit you haven't yet noticed? Seneca serves as a reminder that we have the ability to alter any circumstance by altering the way we see it. Accepting the influence of perspective, let's observe how our view on life improves. The fourth virtue, expressing appreciation within the context of Stoicism, is one that should not be disregarded. Marcus Aurelius highlighted the need of thankfulness in achieving contentment and inner serenity. Through recognizing and valuing the gifts in our lives, we develop an abundant attitude and reorient our attention from what we lack to what we already have. This change in viewpoint is essential to gastrointestinal philosophy because it helps people accept the present and be happy with what they already have. Gratitude is viewed in Stoicism as a potent tool for building resilience and improving one's general well-being. We become more conscious of the good things in our lives, no matter how tiny, when we cultivate thankfulness. It enables us to appreciate the small pleasures and moments that are frequently overlooked. The Stoics hold that we might develop a sense of contentment and lessen our cravings for worldly goods or outside approval by learning to appreciate what we already have. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, often urged individuals to pause and reflect on the things they are grateful for. In his famous work Meditations, he wrote extensively about the importance of gratitude in maintaining a sense of peace and tranquility amidst the challenges and hardships of life. He encouraged people to find solace in the present moment and to be grateful for the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that enrich their lives. As Stoics, we are reminded that gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion or a mere expression of politeness. It is a way of life. It is a daily practice that enables us to shift our mindset from a place of scarcity to one of abundance. Gratitude teaches us to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. It allows us to find joy in the simple pleasures, appreciate the beauty of nature, and cherish the moments of connection with others. In conclusion, gratitude holds a prominent place in Stoic philosophy. It serves as a reminder to look beyond the challenges and difficulties of life and to find solace in the blessings that surround us. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we can tap into the transformative power of this virtue and enhance our overall well-being. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, gratitude is a path to inner peace and happiness, and enabling us to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Let's take a moment to reflect upon the things we are grateful for today. It could be the love of our families, the beauty of nature surrounding us, or even the simplest pleasures that bring us joy. By nurturing a daily gratitude practice, we align ourselves with the abundant wonders of our existence. Principle number 5, the art of letting go. Now, let's delve deeper into the philosophy of the art of letting go. Epicurus's tenet tells us that our mental health is closely tied to our capacity to disassociate oneself from outside results. We become slaves of our own fears when we get overly attached to our notions of how things ought to be. We reclaim the authority to determine our own pleasure and well-being by concentrating on the aspects of our thoughts and behaviors that we can control. We discover freedom in accepting things as they are, instead of as we would like them to be. When we practice the art of letting go, this leads to a greater understanding of who we are and where we fit in the world. Thus, let's keep breaking free from the constraints of outside circumstances and embrace the freedom that comes with mastering the art of letting go. Developing an attitude of thankfulness is one approach to practice the skill of letting go. We turn our attention from what we lack or desire when we are thankful for what we already have. Instead of continuously pursuing the next thing, gratitude enables us to appreciate the present and all of its advantages. It aids in our realization that true happiness originates within ourselves rather than from material possessions or accomplishments outside of ourselves. Forgiveness is a key component of letting go. Keeping resentment, hatred, or grudges inside of us only serves to cause long-term harm. Forgiveness allows us to let go of the bad energy that has been holding us back and makes room for recovery and development. To be forgiven is to choose to let go of the hurt and go on with our life, not to approve of or forget the deeds of others. Giving up control is another aspect of letting go. We frequently attempt to micromanage every part of our life out of concern that things will get out of control if we let go. But when we let go of our need for control and put our faith in life's organic flow, we create a world of limitless possibility. Knowing that everything occurs for a reason and that we are resilient enough to overcome any obstacles in our path, we learn to embrace uncertainty and go with the flow. Patience, introspection, and a readiness to let go of attachments and expectations are all necessary for the ongoing practice of the art of letting go. We learn the great freedom and calm that come from accepting things as they are and submitting to the present moment when we practice this discipline. Let's embrace the art of letting go and allowing ourselves to truly thrive as we set out on this journey of self-discovery and liberation. It's time to reassess our attachments and identify those that impede our growth. By embracing through the art of letting go, we open ourselves up to a life of peace and freedom and create space for new possibilities. Recall that we always have the freedom to decide how we want to react in any given circumstance. 6th principle. Virtue is the highest good. Seneca tells us that virtue is the highest good in life. Our value is determined by our moral integrity and the way we treat others. not by money or material belongings. By concentrating on developing virtues like wisdom, kindness, and empathy, we align ourselves with a path that leads to contentment and inner peace. This way of thinking serves as a reminder that real success is found in the growth of our inequalities rather than the acquisition of material goods. In a culture preoccupied with worldly wealth and outward appearances, Seneca believes that the goodness of our hearts and the sincerity of our deeds define who we are as individuals and not the size of our bank accounts or the amount of praises we receive. Seneca's lessons offer a novel viewpoint on what really counts in life. We may live with a clear conscience and a feeling of purpose if we prioritize characteristics like compassion, empathy, and wisdom. We can find happiness in helping others, demonstrating compassion, and pursuing knowledge, as opposed to being motivated by our own selfish ambitions and the chase of fleeting pleasures. These moral deeds enable us to foster personal development and make a constructive impact on the society we live in. Seneca's philosophy exhorts us to concentrate on the things that are really important, such as the relationships we have with other people and the influence we have on their lives. It serves as a reminder to treat everyone with decency and respect, regardless of their financial situation or social standing. By embracing virtues, we can escape the never-ending cycle of chasing external validation and find inner peace and contentment in a society that often values wealth, fame, material possessions above all else. Seneca's teachings provide a valuable reminder that true happiness and fulfillment can only be found within ourselves. By nurturing our virtues and living a life of integrity and compassion, we can create a meaningful existence that brings us lasting joy and an inner peace. So let us remember the wisdom of Seneca and strive to be virtuous individuals, treating others with kindness, empathy, and wisdom. Keep in mind that it's our actions and the values we embody that truly define us. Let's strive to be the best versions of ourselves by nurturing virtues that promote harmony within and around us. When we prioritize virtue, we pave the way for a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Principle number 7, memento mori. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the mundane tasks of our daily lives and lose sight of the invaluable nature of time. Memento mori is a polite way of reminding us to slow down and consider how fleeting life is. Realizing that we have a finite amount of time on earth forces us to make deliberate choices that support our core beliefs and advance our goals. Living a life free from regrets and full of purpose is possible when we adopt the Mori philosophy. It gives us a deeper appreciation for each moment that passes by and exhorts us to take advantage of every chance that presents itself, whether it is by pursuing our passions, fostering deep friendships, or making an effort to grow personally. Mori encourages us to live in the now and take advantage of our time on earth. Mori comments on the significant influence we can have on other people's life by living every interaction as though it were our last, in addition to our own goals. We learn to value our relationships and treasure the priceless connections we make along the way when we approach our interactions with sincere warmth and empathy. In a world where materialistic goals and fleeting pleasures are frequently prioritized, Mori exhorts us to make a lasting impression on people around us and serves as a reminder that our legacy is determined by the extent of our influence rather than the number of years we live. Let us embrace this potent ideology and set off on a life-changing adventure of self-discovery. Mori is a lighthouse of wisdom and enlightenment. It directs our focus to the profound beauty and transient aspect of life, urging us to make every second count. Let's make thoughtful decisions and practice compassion. By doing this, we can truly leave a legacy that endures beyond the passing of time. Let's live each day with meaning. Accepting this poignant reminder, let's consider how we would live if this were our last day. Memento mori exhorts us to enjoy every second of life, follow our passions, and value the connections in our lives. Accepting that we are mortal gives us the ability to live authentically, purposefully, and urgently.